Why do you need a modeler in Houdini? After all, you can create your own scripts on the shelves and assign hotkeys to them, for example, use the customized radial menus. But it's not that simple. Even with a set of your own settings and with your scripts, you will notice how much the creation of polygonal geometry is a slow process. You still have to do a lot of unnecessary actions. This is a side effect of the Houdini being primarily a procedural system. Therefore, I came up with my own way to speed up the creation of polygonal models. Modern Houdini is based on the Qt library, just like Maya or Modo. There is also Python in Houdini. This means that you can modify the behavior of the Houdini interface. Modeler mode temporarily modifies keyboard and mouse behavior and greatly speeds up the modeling process. For example, in the modeler mode, the middle mouse button is intended for moving geometry components or objects on the fly. In any tool, you can instantly drag and drop components by simply holding down the middle button. Also in modeler, many tools work while you hold the hotkey. These are the so-called sticky tools or volatile tools. Soft image or silo users know how convenient it is. Also in modeler, you can temporarily activate snapping using the Alt key. Let's see how it all works. If I want to move components in Houdini, I can use the transformation tools, for example by pressing the T key. In these tools, you need to pull on the appropriate handle axis. Modeler also has standard transformation tools. But it is easier to quickly move selected items using the middle mouse button. We hold down the mouse button, dragging it, releasing it, and the tool enters component selection mode to quickly continue transforming other components. If you hold down Shift, the movement will be limited to the nearest horizontal axis. The tool selects the horizontal axis based on the rotation of the viewport camera. By holding Ctrl, we will move the components vertically. When holding Ctrl and Shift, the movement will be limited to the nearest global plane. So I move with the middle button, without modifiers. As you can see, the movement distorts the geometry. Now hold down Ctrl and Shift, and the movement is limited to the nearest global plane. Let's remember how component snapping works in Houdini. We need to select, for example, in the left panel, the desired snapping mode. Let's say we want to activate snapping to points. So, we activate the transformation handle. When you move the mouse, the handle will snap to the nearest point. In modeler, using the Alt key, you can temporarily activate the multi-snapping mode. This function is activated if the mouse button is already held down. Therefore, it does not interfere with the ability to rotate the viewport camera using the Alt key. Move the selected points. Hold Alt and snapping is now temporarily activated. As soon as we release Alt, snapping is disabled. Such simple things speed up the modeling process a lot. Double-clicking in modeler does not work the same as in Houdini. By double-clicking the mouse, we can quickly switch from component to the object mode, or switch between different objects. If we need to quickly switch to object mode, move the cursor to an empty space and double-click. To enter an object, you need to click not on an empty space, but on the desired object. Let's go to the object level and see how you can quickly switch between different objects. Usually in Houdini, this requires a lot of key presses. This is very tiring. And in modeler, you can switch by double-clicking.